Hello everybody, my name is Deku, and here we are. We're going to be doing a video on which sponsors would I ever do? And we're going to be as brutally honest as possible with this. And yes, even you out there, if you are looking for a sponsorship, you can use this to tell you if I will want to do so or not. Let's talk about why I may or may not do sponsorships. So far, I've made it very clear that I would never do sponsorships. This is primarily because of the fact that I don't know the business practices of sponsors. No matter if they're going to hand me a $10,000 check or not, I would rather not do sponsorships with a non-socialized, non-cooperative, non-worker-owned business or corporation, right? Those would be absolutely no deals for me. But I would consider doing them if I were able to give you guys something big in return. Not just a 50% off or anything along those lines, but something that not just benefited me, but also benefited you guys as well. So, let's start, shall we, with the first one. Raid Shadow Legends. Now, Raid Shadow Legends is an interesting one. It was a big meme, right? But the way that you can tell that it's not actually that popular is that there's not a lot of porn of it. There's not. There's barely no Rule 34 or like hentai or anything along those lines of Raid, right? So that's already a big turnoff for me. So that makes me kind of wonder where to put it. Also, it's a gacha, right? And as interesting as it would be to maybe have my own character in Raid, I think that'd be really cool. I cannot reasonably promote gambling when it's, not so upfront about it, right? So I'm going to go with no deal. Skillshare. Skillshare is really interesting. Skillshare is a very interesting and from what I've heard, very good service, but I've never used Skillshare. I would have to really think about it. Like, I would have to find out how the organization is structured, what is actually being offered, how they actually pay their workers, what are the skills that they're actually offering, are they propagandized in any way, or anything along those lines. I would have to make sure that they aren't being done in that way. So, Skillshare, I'll think about it. HelloFresh. This is an interesting one, because I think I used HelloFresh once before, or a family member of mine did, and their, pre-made meals like that can be pretty tasty. So, and in the big bustlingness of, corporate grind and, hustle culture and all this other stuff, you sometimes need something quick to eat, right? I mean, I know myself, right? I would need that, right? I would probably do HelloFresh just for the fact that I would be getting my own shit from them that would be, fueling my body and fueling revolution and swoletariat. So that's something that I would probably think about. Again, I would have to know about their work culture, how people that work with them actually feel, not just talk to HR and other things along those lines. I would actually need to know facts and the like with them, and also what our contract actually means. As everything with this, right? A contract and how much money I am getting paid, I would rather not have a one-off, one-time thing, but I would also not want to be consistently bound to them and be like, you always have to speak good of us, you always have to do this, you always have to... So, HelloFresh is at a I'll think about it. ExpressVPN. I'm going to also be lumping in a few other VPNs in here as well. We're going to go Atlas VPN and NordVPN as well. ExpressVPN is interesting. I like their business idea, and I like what they want to do, right? Keeping people secure, VPNs and the like, net security, and all these other things, right? Nord, I used Nord for many, many years and have used my own VPNs, not like in-house ones, no, but you know what I mean. I've used VPNs and still do all the time. So that's a really important thing, but I think people don't understand how important VPNs aren't actually, right? Like, they're not that important. They are very good for making sure that you have a, hidden, connection and the like. But like, if you're on things like Discord, they already have IEC stuff and or is it ICE? And then like encryption and other things like that, and like back-to-back stuff. I mean, sure, I don't know if they do or not, if they have like secure back both-way connections, or like as in like completely private lines. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure that was like a thing that I heard a long time ago. But don't take my word on that. Nord, I would probably not want to do, right? That is a no deal for me with Nord, and that is specifically because of the fact that they will actively work with police agencies and the like, and disclose information about users to federal agencies, and that's not cool, right? And you might be thinking, well, it could be good for blah 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 blah, and like, yeah, I agree, it could be good for, like tracking down criminals, pedophiles, dark web kind of ooga booga stuff, right? But it is more times than not always used to hurt civilians and keep them in line. So especially whenever, something like people use a VPN and then they go and tweet like, I think Elon Musk should be shot in the back of the head, right? Theoretically. And then, they were using Nord, and then a police agency in Texas so happens to, see that, but they were using a VPN, let's call up Nord. And then Nord's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, here they are, right? That would be a no deal for me, dog. Especially with somebody who would be being gotten after by people like fascists and the like for spreading the messages that I do as a socialist and leftist, right? I would not be able to collaborate with them. ExpressVPN, I don't know a lot about. I know about their no, it's Dashlane. Dashlane was the one with password keeping, and I thought that was really cool. But Atlas VPN, I don't know a lot about. I know that the YouTuber Melon T, she is a really cool YouTuber. She does a lot of One Piece videos, and I like One Piece. So she has Atlas VPN. So at least I know that they know how to pick their people right. And Atlas VPN is kind of funny because, I had the whole thing with pirates and, considering the internet a sea of possibilities and all that other stuff. So it's kind of like on brand, right? So maybe Atlas VPN specifically, I'll need to be, maybe if they pay me a lot of money and I get to find out more about them. G Fuel alone, no deal. I'm going to actually go with a bunch of different energy drinks in here. G Fuel, fuck no. They can go to hell. But Gamer Sups is another one that I've always liked to think about. And I know that Jay Schlatt owns Gamer Sups. And I want to... As cool as it would be one day to have my own flavor, right? Maybe something like Bombing Black Rock. Silver Hand Special. Or like, like Swolitariat powder, right? Something along those lines. Maybe like something like pirate themed, the One Piece or something like that. The 2 scoops, I don't fucking know. I think that'd be really cool. But given the fact that they They give their partnerships out to almost anybody, including problematic YouTubers that, go around saying slurs and other things along those lines, and are, in my opinion, either right-leaning or grifters or anything along those lines. I have to kind of back off of that. And I don't know if they're socialized, how socialized they are, or if they're cooperative and the like. I know Ludwig's business, despite the fact he is not a socialist by any stretch of the term, he has his business be worker owned, right? And I think that's really nice. And now German works with him, and they co-own it, or like they all own the same amount of the business. So maybe I would do gamer subs if it was able to allow me to use them to push the message of why socialized businesses are a good thing. And they'll like, and if they were tasty, right? But if the cons outweigh the pros, right? Then I don't think I can reasonably, sell it to a corpo. Ren. What is Ren? Hold on. Okay, so Ren is something that have to do with climate change, ecosystem awareness, and climate crisis awareness and the likes in regards to everything. It's kind of like what Team Trees was, but like not, I guess that, right? And only that. So let's think about it, right? I'm a big proponent of climate change. I'm a big proponent of change in the ecosystem and the like, right? I'm not an eco-fascist, right? I don't want to go back to the fucking Stone Age, where it's basically just a what's it called? A feudal system, right? But I do want the world to survive, much as any socialist and leftist should. So Rin, by virtue of its message, if I were to find out more about them as a company and what they actually do and where their funds are allocated to, who owns the business and how things are operated and how much they actually do, then I would actually absolutely think about it and might even be sure why not. Keeps is interesting. My family actually specifically has a really strong facial hair and hair genetics. My grandfather, whenever he was alive, balded on the top really early on, but his hair never grayed. It was only his beard that ever grayed. And then my other grandpa had a full head of hair even into his 60s. My dad always had really good hair, but he always shaved it. And me, I've never had hair problems. A lot of the women in my family also have really good hair genetics as well. My mom does, my aunts do, and the like. And they all have really good hair genetics, volume, luster, and all this other stuff. So, and hair is a very big, important part of people, right? It expresses them. It's one of the main ways of expressing yourself to people that isn't through clothing or through accessorizing or through, modifying the body that can be seen at first glance. So Keeps is definitely really, really interesting. And I would have to definitely think about it. To my knowledge, they're just a corporation. They're just a business, right? Privately owned, probably. But their product, if it actually does fucking work, I would definitely have to think about it. Maybe if they pay me a lot of money. Audible, fuck no, you can go to hell. Owned by Amazon, absolutely fucking not. We are not doing Amazon. I am not promoting fucking bourgeoisie Jeff Bezos, right, on my fucking channel. Absolutely not. Despite the fact I use Audible, right? I personally use Audible, right? I love the stories that are on there. I think Cyberpunk No Coincidence, which is a great audiobook, is great on there. They have a ton of really good stuff. But fuck Amazon. Fuck Amazon. Fuck you, Jeff Bezos. I hope you also get shot in the back of the head, theoretically. Honey goes to hell as well. We already did a video on that one. We already know why honey's a scam. They can go to hell. I'm gonna guess that this is just another one of those like meal prep things, right? Same thing with HelloFresh. I'd have to think about it. Manscaped. That's an interesting one. Manscaped is really interesting because I use their products. I got a nice smooth pair of down unders, or whatever the fuck the what is it that Deadpool says. But yeah, like it is a good thing, especially for someone who's autistic. Sensory with like hair and body hair has always been a big thing with me, and like heat. So yeah, shaving your balls and your dick, guys, fellas, ladies as well, right? Like, not to push beauty standards or anything, but if you wanna do what you wanna do with your body hair, then maybe Manscaped's the way to go. But again, I don't know about how they are structured, how their business operates, or the like. So maybe if they pay me a lot of money, and send me shit too. I don't know what this is. This is AI generated shit. Fuck no, absolutely not. Raycons. Raycons are also really interesting. I don't know how their business is structured, but I do like their product. I've used Raycons before. I had a pair of Raycons that were my everyday use. I use them every single fucking day until I put them in the washer. They were also red too, just like these. And they were great. I really did like Raycons. For the sole purpose of being able to let you guys also use and have a cheaper but good use of earbuds, I would probably have to say, sure, why not? Magic Spoon. I heard it's organic, but it's really fucking expensive. And it's one of those things where like only those that have the privilege of being able to afford, organic shit can do so. So I'd have to, no deal. Yeah, no deal. Shoes, I do not know. So go to hell, I guess. Squarespace. The idea of renting out space on the internet instead of just making your own shit and hosting it yourself, like cities, or the like of like, the old time of the internet, I can't really get behind Squarespace. Even if it looks all cool and corporate and aesthetically clean, I just can't. Dollar Shave Club. I use Dollar Shave Club. I also use Henry's, so I'll be putting them together as well, because I know Henry's also does stuff. I've used both. Both of them are really interesting. A lot of them offer some good shaving products, and I like the handles and shit, and I think that they do work well. So I would definitely have to think about it, and I'd also have to know more about them. So they're going to also go with Manscaped. What the fuck is this? I don't know what this is. Leave a comment down below, and I'll tell you my opinion. I don't know what this Laurel is either. Opera GX. I'm currently using Opera GX. Opera GX, if you're watching, you fucking memeable bastards, maybe... It's Chromium, and they sell your data, and they focus on, like ads and shit and all this other shit. But, like, what browser doesn't do that, right? It's a gaming browser. Oh, gaming. Oh. But, hey, I actually do like the look of Opera GX. I do use Opera GX, and it's one of the only things that I've used that I actually like and enjoy using. I got the cyberpunk thing going on with it, so I'm like, yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? I really don't give a fuck if they're selling my data, but I do give a fuck if they're selling yours. So as long as if I'm able to tell you, and if they sponsor me and they're like, hey, we'll give you money if we let you sponsor us, or like you shout us out, as long as I get to say like, hey, be aware of what they do and shit like that, and like who they also sponsor, then maybe if they pay me a lot of money. Loot Crate. I thought Loot Crate was really interesting when I was younger, but I don't know if they're even around anymore. But you can go to hell. But I guess it's cool. Acorn, fuck no. You know, investment, that shit, fuck off, dude. Don't participate in the fucking stock market, dude. It's literally just legalized gambling. Visa, fuck no. I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to cooperate with a fucking bank. Are you kidding me? That's a fucking stupid question. Ridge Wallet, maybe I'll think about it. I think their product is cool. I don't use it personally, and I don't know how well it is to carry on cash, but as someone that likes to carry cash, Razor. I mean, I use Razor, right? I had, if you look at my about section, like, I list all the shit that I use from Razor. You know, their whole thing is by gamers, for gamers, and all this other shit. So maybe if they gave me some cool shit, right, and maybe like, maybe if they gave me a custom keyboard or some shit, then I would definitely think about it, right? But again, I need to know, like, how they're structured, what they do, and all this other stuff. But I've been a user of Razer products for years, almost a decade at this point, and I love their shit. I really do. I really do enjoy using Razer products. But again, I don't know any of the shady shit. I don't know if, like, you know, according to, like, you know, keyboard enthusiasts, no, you shouldn't use Razer, or like other like, you know, all those kinds of people. So I'll think about it. BetterHelp, I've heard some bad stuff about them, so I'm going to say no deal, despite the fact I am a firm believer in therapy and what they do. SeatGeek, nope. It typically tracks scalpers and the like. Floral arrangements, I mean, I guess floral arrangements, maybe if they gave me some money, I don't fucking know. Maybe they could be, you know, using like child labor in their fields to pick flowers. Who fucking knows? I don't know. Water bottle? I don't know. Fucking shove it up your ass. And DraftKings, shove it up your ass. That's what I would think. That's what I would do. If you have any questions down below of if I would do these specific sponsors and the like, let me know down below, and I'll give you my honest opinion about them. And if you have any information on any of these, do put them down below as well, and that may change my opinion as well. But again, as most of these are, the only ones that I have are Raycon as a yes and Rin as a yes. Everything else is a hard, I'd have to think about it. Rin is because, you know, climate and everything like that, but again, I'd have to know. And then also Raycon because I've used Raycons, and I do believe that they are good products. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to support me, I have a Patreon down below, along with YouTube memberships. They are as low as $0.99 a month. That's a really weird way of putting it. But it also gives you things like member-only channels, or member-only chats, member-only streams, and the like, as well as priority responses. All membership levels have the exact same benefits. You're just paying more money to support me. Except for $4 and up, which then has priority responses to show a little bit more love. But yes, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you to my patrons and members, Sleepy Sheepy, Lola Barzal, Nappy, and Finch R. If you wish to see your name and hear it at the end of every video, you can do so by becoming a member of the channel or through my Patreon down below. But then again, you've already heard the ending and outro of the video. Thank you.